to fall there when it comes to the weather. We'll get a complete update on your forecast, Max, in just a moment. Thank you. The national conversation on immigration has taken a new turn with a major policy shift that affects children and families. Joining us this morning is Shelby County Probate Court Judge Kathleen Gomes to discuss these changes and how they're impacting local cases. I've been trying to read up on this, and I don't know how you do it. Is anything in flex right now, or do you have certain rules you have to abide by, or are you like waiting for something to change?
Well, remember now, I'm a state court, not a federal court, but what has happened is there is a law called the Special Immigrant Status Law, which is when a child comes across the border unaccompanied, they have the right down the road to apply for a green card. So what happens is that either my court, the probate court, or juvenile court, which had jurisdiction over guardianships, they are coming to us, individuals are coming to us to establish a guardianship. So remember, when these kids come across unaccompanied, now they have to be unaccompanied, then they are put into the ICE system. The Border Patrol then sends them to someplace in the United States to either go with a family member or with a relative or friend or somebody. So if that person then comes to court to establish a guardianship for these kids, they have to show that they are unaccompanied, that they have been abused, neglected, or abandoned by a parent, and that you cannot go back to your home country because of safety and there's no one to take care of you.
What is the age group that we're talking about here, and how many of these kids are we seeing every year? I mean, I know you are seeing your share, but I mean across the whole country.
In my court alone, and remember there are 2 probate courts plus juvenile court, in my court alone we're having between 5 and 10 a week to establish these guardianships. So then once once they file something, I appoint a guardian ad litem, they do an investigation to make sure they've complied with the law. We establish the guardianship. Then the lawyer takes that guardianship paper that I have done to the immigration court and applies for special immigrant status. So here's what's happened. Things are kind of on hold right now. So before this administration, it was still taking several years before they would get to court, but these kids wouldn't be deported because they're in the system. You know, understand, they have a court date set, but it might be 2 years down the road. So they weren't being deported. We have been told now that they may be, even though they're in this, correct, even though they're in the system asking. Now, what does this do? This special immigrant status allows these kids, if granted, to get a green card, to become a legal resident, but not a citizen. Remember, they're not citizens, but it allows them to stay in the United States. Everything seems to be on hold. We don't know what's going to happen. We honestly don't. But the other part of this story that I think that people need to understand, right now we do have, you know, birthright citizenship. So if you are born here in the United States, you are a citizen. Now we understand that President Trump has said that that's, you know, tried to say an executive order that that's not legal, but, you know, the courts so far have said it's a constitutional issue. So if you're born, if you have illegal parents and you're born here in the United States, that means your illegal parent may have a legal child. So.
But they might be.
Correct. You got it. That's the issue. What's going to happen when the parent gets deported and we have their legal child here? So I anticipate that my court, as well as juvenile court, may be even doing more guardianships for these individuals because someone's going to need to take care of them.
Is this going to end up being like an emergency situation to try to get them that guardianship or to try to get them that green card before they are asked to be deported? Because it seems to me that I'm seeing a lot of fear in the community where they're worried about becoming deported. And is this information getting out to them as to what they need to do?
Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, in the Hispanic community, for sure, there's a number of organizations that are trying to get it through. But you have to understand that even if we go through all the process, which we're still doing, I mean, we're still doing these guardianships, I don't know what's going to happen when it gets to the immigration court, and I don't know if these kids are going to end up being deported anyway. I just don't know, because everything is at a standstill. And remember, I mean, you've all read about it, the immigration court is way behind. So even before the Trump administration, some of these kids were waiting 2 and 3 years before they'd have a hearing date. But once again, they weren't going to be deported while they were waiting for their hearing
And that is what has changed. I can only imagine how difficult it is not knowing, or with things changing just so frequently across the area.
They're scared. And, you know, as I said, all I do is guardianships, okay?
Right.
I don't take it the next step. But we are seeing, yes, they're coming in leaps and bounds, trying to get these at least started and get in the system. But once again, we don't know what's going to happen.
Well, we appreciate you coming by and sharing this information. And as you continue to learn more and we continue to see maybe all of this flexibility start to settle down and we get something a little bit more solid.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But right now, it appears that everything's sort of at a stalemate.
Okay, Judge Gomes, thank you so much
Thank
for sharing
you.
this information with us. And there's much more live at 9 ahead this morning. In Women's History Month, we're going to sit down with the local leader of the YWCA, Gwendolyn Turner. And also coming up, swinging into the changing seasons with some tea recipes you don't want to miss. Please stay with us.
Don't forget to leave my